Trudeau turns down White House invitation amid pandemic.
Here's a summary of the article.
Toronto, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has turned down a White House invitation to celebrate the new regional free trade agreement in Washington with U.S. President Donald Trump and Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Trump and López Obrador are due to meet Wednesday Washington, but Trudeau spokesperson Chantal Gagnon said Monday that while Canada wishes the U.S. and Mexico well, Trudeau won't be there. While there were recent discussions about the possible participation of Canada, the Prime Minister will be in Ottawa this week for scheduled cabinet meetings and the long-planned sitting of Parliament, Gagnon said. Trudeau is conducting online cabinet meetings instead of in-person meetings because of the pandemic. A senior U.S. administration official, speaking on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to be quoted by name, said Trudeau had multiple conflicts related to the start of Parliament and coronavirus regulations which require Canadians who travel abroad to quarantine for 14 days on return. The official said Trudeau has asked to speak with Trump by phone. López Obrador also said he would be speaking to Trudeau by phone.
This post received a score of 64,000, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Smart. Smart and even smarter if he ignores the insults Trump will tweet.
Greater than smarter if he ignores the insults Trump will tweet. At this point, I'd be emailing AOC to ask if she could be on standby for best response recommendations.
Thankfully, Trudeau will probably pass, as most voters here recognize that owning people via tweets is toxic politics regardless of whether you're left or right.
While I agree that attacking someone on Twitter is neither classy or wise, defending oneself is not always in the same category. I wouldn't respond to some random no one without a very good reason, but when the President of the United States launches a toddler's tantrum attack, I believe that warrants a response.
Nah, you send toddlers to their room and ignore them. Only 4 more months.
Accurate statement. Unfortunately his room has nukes and yes men.
FFS Reddit, leave Trump alone. He has been extremely busy today spreading hate to Bubba Wallace today. Not only that, but somehow he found time as well to mock NASCAR TV ratings and rail against the removal of Confederate flags. And here you are mocking him.
Don't blame him. His wife tested positive in the early days of the pandemic. He doesn't want to put his family through that again.
Even without that, it is a perfectly reasonable response.
It'd be a perfectly reasonable response without COVID-19, to be honest. What? And miss out on the fantastic White House hamburger dinner.
How did you make all that stuff after the space part of the subreddit name?
It's a bug with linking subreddits. Incoming Twitter rant about the horrible, ungrateful Trudeau with threats to cancel some deal with Canada in 3, 2, 1. As of today, I'm building a wall to stop the Canadians from stealing our jobs.
As of today, I'm building a wall with Canada to keep valuable American labor in the USA. How dare they offer affordable health care and sound leadership throughout this pandemic?
That's basically what the Berlin Wall was.
No. The Iron Curtain was obviously to keep out fascism. Good for Trudeau, he would have to isolate himself for 2 weeks if he had, and who's really dumb enough to go to the US right now anyways.
But if he doesn't get tested, he doesn't have corona. Some genius in America said so.
Good call. One of our politicians, Australia, went to the US in the early days of the pandemic and visited the White House, even posed for a pic with a bunch of people including Ivanka. About a week later he tested positive and nearly exposed half of Parliament to it.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.